Yep. Just yep. What up, Tuna? Yep, yep. Yippity yep. That's wild. Oh, I gotta run the ad. I can't even. I'm just gonna. I don't even know how to respond to that. We're just gonna move past that one. I'm glad you're enjoying Hades. Just gonna move swiftly past. That is funny though. Oh, yep. I mean, it's a good game. What can I say? It's definitely one of my favorite. If hell is anything like Hades, I will not mind going there. Yeah. Is it even called? I guess it is called hell in actual mythology. Is it? I guess it's called the underworld, right? I don't know. This is probably not an exact direct translation. What I guess maybe there is. I don't know, whatever. I'm forgetting something. I'm just sitting here and I'm supposed to be prepping, turning on all my bots and widgets and gizmos. They do call it hell in game. Yeah. I'm just wondering in like actual mythology. All right, just streamer bots online, YouTube chat's online, Twitch chat is online. I do need to put this here. My lights are not on. I'm not wearing my hat. I'm just all sorts not ready. 1 second, Tuna. I shall return. Okay. I am here. Classic. It's crazy because they only have one place for the dead in Greek mythology, but I guess Elysium is the equivalent, heaven equivalent, and it's in hell. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Unleash the bald. I'm freshly bald. Look at that, shiny and everything. Not like super shiny. There's still like the 5 o'clock shadow look there, but I'm going to do this and do push-ups. How are y'all today? How are you, Toot? You look just like the drawing. Good, pal. How are you? Just palling around. I did nothing yesterday, which I think was a good thing because I feel like I've been feeling a little bit burnt out. I don't know if you guys have noticed. You probably have. Just haven't felt like myself lately, so I think I've just been tired, to be honest. But yeah. Why does it feel hot in my house? Is my AC not on? Hold on, give me half a second. It is also that you just made me do push-ups, so that's probably why I'm slightly warm. But yeah. I'm feeling decent today. I did literally nothing yesterday, so I feel a little more energized. Did some chores, cleaned my kitchen. It was looking like a disaster zone. I was starting to look like a real streamer, you know? How are we feeling about these guys? I think I needed to define a horizon line, actually, as part of my problem here. Although I'm almost doing like a vanishing point perspective sort of deal. Well, I guess it still has a horizon line, right? Like, because my perspective right now is kind of... I'm pleased with the Goombas. Yeah. These Goombas please me. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, going like that, right? So I guess the horizon's here. If you get burnt out fully, it'd be okay to take a break. Yeah, for sure. I probably... See, the problem here is the tree is fallen over, which makes anything behind it look like the ground plane has to actually be like here. It just looks weird to me with this tree, like the perspective, and I don't know how to remedy that. That makes sense? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just leave it like this and then I'll just do any background trees just as like shadow sort of things. Or like just background elements. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I probably could use a break, but at the same time, I'm so close to being done with it. I just kind of want to get it done. I think taking a break would feel worse than pushing through it right now. But we'll see. We'll see how I go. How you feeling about these now? Making them monsters or minions? I'm still honestly not sure. I think we'll have to reassess once I'm done. I think I want to like take a look at them and see. Honestly, we only have like. Let me see here. I think I want to plan out the rest of the bad guys, and then that will probably give me an idea of what it should actually be. Watching people throw cigarettes out the window irritates me greatly. I'm in a car, by the way. That makes sense. Yeah, it's not smart. Not good for the environment. It's not good for baby turtles. Baby turtles, baby turtles, baby turtles, baby turtles. Let's look at this for half a second. I think I need this too. Where are you driving to? Actually, don't tell me, never mind. It's like, where are you going? And I'm like, oh wait. Probably shouldn't. I mean, I guess you could say in general, but oh my god, it worked. Yeah, those always work. Oh, actually, no, they don't always, because sometimes the combined chat is dumb. These guys could be the parasitic minions you considered before, by the way. They fit perfectly into that. Yeah, but that mechanic is probably too complicated for... I don't know. The complicated mechanics I'm kind of like unsure on, because I guess they could, when attacking, attach themselves to an enemy, but the problem is with minions combining. Going to Harbor Freight, nice. Get some tools. Hell yeah. I mean, we kind of stepped away from that, right? I think it would be the god that controls how the minions act. Stacking just makes it weird because, okay, the minion attacks, it attaches itself, then you draw another one. Does it stack? Does it stay on the thing? I don't think we're going with that. Hey, stop scratching my chair. Hey, I'm gonna cut your nails. That's what I'm gonna have to do, kitten. That's a threat. Little butt. Yeah, I don't think that mechanic really works. Have you ever tried those cat nail caps? I have not. I don't know how that would go, but maybe it could work. I don't know. She's fine with me cutting her nails for the most part. I mean, she doesn't like it, but she tolerates it for a little bit. I get a few nails and then she runs away and then do it all over again. Honestly, Tuna, I don't think I'm doing the equip thing. I think it's too late in the whole thing. It's just too complicated. It's not worth it. We keep going back and forth on whether we should do it or not, and we need to just make a decision. I think the answer is just no for now. We defer it to later. Sorry, give me a second. I agree, but still throwing out ideas and say, yeah, no, I appreciate it. I just, I kind of keep running in circles with it, and I think it's, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I feel like I don't want to get hung up on it again, because I feel like we've gotten hung up on it multiple streams in a row. It's cool to discuss, don't get me wrong, but I just don't want to... I get hung up easily if I'm like ruminating on an idea too long, so I think we just need to move past that one for now. Okay, 4 monsters, 2 minions. They're basically all going to be the same as far as like, you know, drawing difficulty, right? So So yeah. Yeah, I don't mean to just shoot your idea down, but I also, I think that's something I've been getting frustrated about. Not like at you, more like at like myself, that I don't get things done because I sometimes we just talk a lot about ideas that I you know, think are probably too complex, or I'm trying to figure out how to say this because this isn't like exactly how I'm meaning to say it. I get too in my own head, and I think I like also project like having to like make people happy about how the game is going, like I feel like I have to include people's ideas. And that's like a me thing, right? So I want to make sure I'm not like getting in my own head about all of it. Don't worry, you can't offend me accidentally, but that's like kind of how I'm coded, you know? Like when someone gives an idea, I feel bad about saying, no, probably not, you know? So I think I just need to be better about that, especially when like the ideas are for like a card that like isn't a redeem, you know? So, I'm gonna try to be better about that, but I will probably try to say no more. But that's just like me trying to be. That's like a self-improvement thing, you know. Creepy Abby about no. Dude, I need to get a new mouse. My middle mouse button isn't working, and it's sad. Anyway, I mean, do we want to just plan out the last four? I guess 6 monsters, technically, if you count minions as monsters. Last 6 creatures. We kind of talked about it a bit. We have to do 2 land killers. We technically wrote mushrooms on here. The mushrooms could be... They could be minions, though, which means we would need another land killing like creature. Mushrooms make sense because they kind of fit that. The old shadow cap and or cups. I think caps makes more sense. Like cups is cute. Do the people call mushrooms cups? I don't know. I think caps is probably like, because like a lot of time, like I want my visuals and like everything is usually pretty on the nose, right? There's nothing that's like super like unique in a way. Caps, yeah. I've heard mushroom caps, yeah. Mushroom cups are a dish, apparently. Interesting. I think caps makes more sense, but we are little shadow caps. I do like shadow caps. It's a cute name. Either one works, honestly. Caps is just more known, I think. Military guy vibes, yeah. We got our scarecrow idea. If we really want to like just knock these out, we could steal more designs from Blight of Blackridge, honestly. We could make not tuna. We can make Toot question his life by putting the Silk Flame Siren in there, you know. Like that kind of idea. That would be easy because then we just like hardly need to sketch anything. We can just draw like the Maria, forgive me. Maria. Sorry, I just literally sorry. Sonic Adventures 2. I think we've talked about this before. Maria. Whenever Shadow dies, don't sabotage his marriage. I know, right? I think I'm already doing that, to be fair. Me just existing, you know? Stupid Shadow. Maria! Good old frickin' Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyway, so yeah, we have those ideas. Of course, making ideas always spawns more ideas, which means we but we only have 6 slots left, right? So I feel like we should just throw out a bunch of ideas and get what we want into the thing. So the Scarecrow is actually in the Magic deck, or the Curse deck, whatever, Chaos. Spectral creature, right? We do have like I'm just gonna get rid of this. We do have the minion for the Chaos deck. So it'll be like one of the spectral creatures. Holy bad spelling. So that this has to follow at least a somewhat design thing, right? So it has to look like that. Shadow Caps would have to either go in, we'd have to replace something. Like if they become minions, they're, I don't know. The nice part is right now we have 1 special minion and then these 3 in every other deck. But if we create 2 more minions, we can kind of maybe mix and match a bit more, which I think will be nice. Yeah, so I'm so dumb because we ruled out mammals / furry feather creatures for being monsters. But reptiles are perfect, right? I mean, technically mammals aren't. We do have the Shard Brute, which is based off of a gorilla, right? But he's made out of crystals. At the store, BRB. Okay, dude. See you in a bit. I said save everyone. That doesn't mean kill everyone. I'm lost on that one. I missed that. Oh well, here we are. Oh, Shadow. Right, okay. Yeah, sorry. So technically we could have, Shard Brute is very gorilla-like. I didn't draw him very well. I think I could do way better now with Shard Brute, but it's okay. So yeah. Yeah, and the whale is literally a mammal, but dogs, cats, and other cute pet creatures are too lovable to be enemies, unless they're minions, to be honest. Because, I don't know, well, Endling's kind of is an ant, but it only has 4 legs, so it kind of is more dog-like. One of my ideas that popped in my head is making, the spectral ones, cat-like, but I think that would be way too cute. A little cat, spectral cat with the skeleton underneath, you know? The snakes, alligators, and lizard in general are easy to make scary. Yeah, the less, human and cute it is, probably the better. Anyway, we've got, so this needs sort of more of a vision to it, but the Chaos Minion has to be a spectral creature if we're going along with the theme. Shadow Caps. We'd have to figure out what they do. I mean, it could just be the Merkling, except instead of attacking, it just prioritizes lands first, right? If we make it a minion. It kind of works that way, but then we need to find another thing that kills lands. But, oh, by the way, I'm only here for another 2 hours, I think. Because I'm hanging out with my brother today. He's free, so we're getting to hang. Which is nice. We haven't hung out in a while. Wait. Okay, I think I understand what's going on here. Oops, wrong brush. So we do like a tree like this, like it's kind of behind here. We'll get this tree in there and then we'll go ahead and call it good for this one. At least for the line art, and then we'll... W family time. Agreed, agreed. I don't know exactly what we're doing, but it'll be good. We've both been kind of not to bring up a sensitive topic, but we have been both doing vibe coding stuff lately, so we might do some of that together. I'm kind of excited because I made actually a kind of cool program. It's like a writing program because like my dyslexic brain doesn't like how normal things are, normal writing programs are sort of made. Like just even like a Google Doc, right? Like I like it. But the way I like the way I want to write is different, and like what I'm experienced with is different. Like one of my like probably biggest skill sets is video editing, and so I'm making kind of like a writing program that's similar to a video editor, which I think is kind of cool. So you know how we talked about a big wraith? It's called munching through dirt. We could have an alligator creature doing that instead of as a land killer. Ooh, okay. I think I thought of a... Oh, I thought of an interesting name for that. I can't remember exactly now, though. It was like Earth Eater. I think Earth Eater is kind of a cool name. What language does Cloud Code in for you? It depends on, you can have it do whatever. Most of the time I just have it use HTML because it's it's natively good at it because it can look at the browser. Like it can explore like, you know, website pages really well. So usually doing stuff in HTML is one of the best to do, which is kind of weird, but it makes sense. It works out. Just works that way. Yeah, no, here, I'll show you. It's because it's kind of cool. Just a real quick diversion. Where is it? Still need a better name for it, but my IP. So like, here, let's go to full screen. Maybe just jimmy this a little bit. So the cool part is like, so basically you have like a board where you have all your nodes, kind of like a lot of different things now, like organization apps, but instead it actually writes the thing. Like you can write stuff. So like I can create a new note and I can go like, this is a thing, and then I can put the thing anywhere in the track. So like if I want that to be the first thing it said, it goes in here, and this all is applied linearly. So you go to the document view and it's written like a document, so I can actually like edit stuff. Some of it's probably kind of janky right now, but Not on HTML, but it would be very useful skill to learn in as a coding language, although it does take a while. I hear HTML is pretty simple to learn though. And then like if I have like, I can turn on like where is it? This view. Yeah, so you can see where the notes are, and I can like actually break them up. So I can be like, okay, Control E, and that creates a new note. So I can have like an actual document that's readable, but I can like, and like, okay, well, I don't want this section here. We'll just maybe rewrite that later, reorganize my thing, put that there. Ta-da. So it's kind of cool. I'm kind of a fan. That's how it is. So that's the idea of it. I think it's kind of cool though. Lets you edit very easily. Whereas I think like a lot of stuff, like it's hard to see the full context of a piece. I haven't actually like used it to write yet, so we'll see if it's actually, you know, good, but pretty happy with it so far. What's sick about vibe coding is you can use it to create other tools for yourself. OpenHand is one example. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm actually really excited about that sort of facet of it. I think it's like one of the coolest things. It is very exciting. Ah, beans. Wrong layer. Need to actually be less, like do less straight lines with, like tree stuff. It needs to be more like jaggedy. Sometimes you can be like, oh, I need the line to be straight. It's like, no, it actually needs to be like more organic looking. Actually, half this probably isn't even visible. It's probably hidden by the card border, but whatever. I think in the original sketch we had a little guy nomming on this tree, yeah. Yeah, I figure we'll probably get this done today, and then that will likely be it, but we'll see how far we get. We might be able to plan a little bit extra, depending on how shading goes for this. Part of me wants to make this more visually distinct, like not make it the shadow sort of look, because the dreadling is already the shadow sort of look. But I don't think we have many other aesthetics that we really need to go with. Like, we don't have many other aesthetics. We haven't, like, made a minion version of a monster, right? We could make them slightly, like, maybe more like Voidstalker or something. But I don't know if that really makes sense, like, visually. Yeah, my freaking middle mouse button is just dead. Like, as far as minions go, right? Like, we have Reaper Drone, like, as, like all these are, you know, Grubbling, obviously. We also have the crystals, which kind of brings in the Endling. Charbrute is crystals, also Endling. Voidstalker is kind of a hybrid between, like, it's kind of like a shadowy creature plus crystals, so it's kind of maybe more, maybe in sort of the Shade Ravager sort of area. Blightmite is kind of just, you know, bug. We have the whole bug aesthetic, which I guess Grubbling is kind of a bug, but, and so is Endling. I don't know. Voidstalker or Rift Spawner is just a giant spider, so again, bug sort of aesthetic. We could have a more like bug-like minion potentially. I think there's just Dreadling variant, honestly. Yeah, or same like family, right? Chaos Worm, Abyssal Horde, like Abyssal Horde, Abyssal Overseer, Chaos Worm. This is our whole worm family. We're gonna have our spectral sort of family. We have the shadow creatures, and then the Nethermuck, like the sort of slime creatures. Nethermuck and Merkling are same family. So yeah, I guess it would probably just be another Dreadling variant. Like same sort of shadow kind of creature. Which makes sense for the Null deck. Yeah, it's fine. I was just thinking about that for a second. I don't think there's any sort of one that we haven't explored. Like we'd have to create a whole new variant on it. So I think the Shadow's fine. Part of me almost thinks doing crystals would be more on brand for the bad guys, but I think it's okay. Let me finish closing up some of these. But I mean, the endlings and the main crystal guys, so I think it's fine that they're kind of distinct that way. I guess we just have the ground here. Never know how to draw the roots of trees. Well, let's do this. There we go. So I'll make this as easy as possible for myself. So we have plant bugs, worms, spectral shadow creatures, and crystal creatures. I think so. Although there also are normal bugs that aren't part of the plant bug ones. Because like blight mite and what's it called? Blightmite and Rift Spawner, I would say, aren't really part of the plant bugs. The perspective still looks weird with this fallen tree, but... Oh, I think I know why. It's because it's horizontal, but it's not. I almost wonder if that does help. But that may have messed up our Goombas. Little goobs. Our gooblings. That would be a good name for a... Oh, wrong layer. Okay, let's make this... I think I do want to still go with the... Maybe what we do to make them visually distinct is we... Ooh, do we go... no, I've been picturing this sort of same color. Part of me was wondering if I go with, more of the teal. But I've actually just been envisioning them, like, more pink in my brain. But then they might look just like the Dreadling is the only issue. We could maybe go like Oblivion purple. That might look decent. I have been picturing the same sort of whatever, but I'm just wondering if they're gonna look distinct enough. They're kind of shadow creatures though, so that shadow creature can mimic creatures or mimics their at least forms. Maybe. I mean, they look less shadowy than like the Rift Spawner is just like it's for sure a bug. Like I don't know, it doesn't really look shadowy to me. I mean, it's dark, right? But it doesn't have that sort of same wispy look. Nor Blight Might definitely doesn't. It looks just kind of like a bug. But there is also like a precedent in this that like there are mixtures of creatures, because Voidstalker is a shadowy looking guy, but he's also has crystals. So like I think there's probably weird hybrids between like the different families of creatures, you know? So I don't know. You need to start writing down some of the old god lore. Oh, hello, kitten. How did I fail that? Yeah, whatever, it's fine. This part's gonna be annoying anyway. We'll gonna have to. What in the there's always just one little spot that's broken open. I would write it down if I didn't keep forgetting. How dare you, Tuna? It's my secretary. This is your job. You should be ashamed of yourself. What do I not pay you for? Let's open the Dreadling. I think I'll make everything the magenta color, and then I'll kind of go back and swap it out and see what kind of potentials we have. Yeah, one of the interesting things I thought about is that I was like, well, once we're done with all the cards, we're done with art, but we will have some like graphic design stuff to do. Like we'll have to do like box designs and stuff like that, which will be kind of fun. Maybe, I don't know. Like design each box for each god deck and all that kind of stuff. I still remember my first birthday vividly, but I forgot all my chores in a moment. Oh, speaking of birthdays, is it your birthday today? Wait, no, you said it. I don't know. You said it's close. I don't remember when you said it was, but you didn't give the exact date. You just said on your 100th stream streak it would be. I don't forget my chores. I just blatantly put them off. August 17th. Soon. Wait. Oh, no, it's like in a month. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot what month it was. Monsters and minions. Indeed. Quite. Yes. I mean, they're literally just like, yeah, it's basically pure black. New layer, pop. I don't think that actually makes sense to do it this way, though. I think you probably actually undo that, and then we do the fun thing of taking one of my old brushes from my comic. We go. Technically, it should kind of go outside of it, but we'll get there when we get there. Maybe we just do a layer on top. Magenta. Oops. Back. It's a Sunday you'll be streaming, but I think the streak will happen earlier. Ah, gotcha, okay. Well, heck yeah. I will do that in half a second, too. I think I'll probably also have like a little I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just thinking this through. Okay, sorry. Quick ups. Sit-ups. Schmeepin' and schmoppin'. Done diddly did it. All right, more scribbles. I think I'm just gonna go crazy with it and then erase some. Use the same brush to erase. Let's get the inverse of the pattern. I think we'll have like them see, this is their mouth layer. I think I'll have like a drool layer. Just kind of like a corrosive whatever. So the question is, do we stick with this color or do we go with like a different color to make them more visually distinct from the dreadling? Or I was gonna say, wait, they're actually called shadowlings. Like, no, that's just what we called the file. Like, it would look something like this, right? Like, this is a little crazy over here. Don't like the drool, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. Because grublings have it. Yeah. I feel like more than just the grublings have it. I guess they could just be eating it. Honestly, mostly for me, it's just another way to add more color to it. Because, like, their silhouette is defined. Like, I feel like... Because, like, their mouths aren't facing camera in every single one. So the problem is, if you don't have it, like, this is, like, their mouth is the only light source. It's the only thing that's telling you that's there. So I feel like it's either we add drool or we add eyes. Otherwise, they're just kind of like there. I don't really like adding eyes, but... But they need something to show off their silhouette. I was thinking about making their caps crystal. Well, shadow caps makes less sense if their caps are crystal. They're probably like crystal caps instead, but shadow cap sounds more evil. Like, maybe it would look better with shading, but I don't really like it right off the bat. Caplings, well, I mean, it would be if they're minions. We haven't really fully decided whether they're minions or not. I'm leaning toward it, but... Gnawlings, yeah, could be. I like caplings, honestly. I just wasn't sure if they were going to be minions or not yet. Like, maybe shading would fix that, but I don't think I like it. Do I? I don't know. I think the background being dark might be the issue. No. Well... Yes and no. Like, it has to be dark. That's the thing. Yeah, if we do that, we don't need the drool. Let's just do this. Yeah, me too. I too like it. I'm trying to figure out what my background color is. Hello, computer? What the frick was that noise? I also need to close this. Ads will be coming in 3 minutes, huh? Okay, I'm okay with that. It's definitely different than what my brain was envisioning, but sometimes that's okay. Sometimes the plan can change. Let's get little shadow giblets around the cap. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely am leaning more toward minion though. And I guess we could just make it literally attacks lands. I think that's fine. Especially because it's attacking strongest land. I think it makes sense. Like it's like a variation that should just be in the game probably. Oh, simple cards. Me too. It's always cool interactions between simple cards, so. That's what all the assassins, what she says. Yeah. Conceptually, it's pretty simple. I gotta think on this one for a second. I feel like the cards with shadowy stuff usually needs to be like relatively dark. Well, not dark, but let me look at our existing ones. I actually really love the mermaid. The mermaid's awesome. Okay, it is time for ads. So I'll be back in 3 minutes. And
waiting your turn sucks.
Yeah,
and I think it's time we all come to admit that. Like, how many times have you been sitting at a table playing a game and either finding yourself zoning out completely or anxiously hyper-focusing on what you're gonna do the next turn when it finally rolls around, easily losing sight of the bigger picture? And this is the case whether you're playing a board game, tabletop role-playing game, or even a video game. Today I'm specifically focusing on tabletop role-playing games, but this applies pretty much across the board. Yes, that was a board game pun. No, I'm not sorry. Sorry, I'm not. Whatever. But what if I told you I devised a way of making your turns not just bearable, but actually fun? Now I'm gonna tell you about that. So, yeah. One of the things that helped inspire this idea was I was reading through comments on one of my previous videos. I had proposed a slot-based inventory system that ties health and the inventory system directly. As you get hurt, you lose access to those item slots. However, I didn't really have a good way of determining which slot actually got damaged. I had suggested random chance by rolling some dice, or maybe allowing the attacker to target specific slots. But a few comments suggested that instead, why not let the defender choose? And I don't know why this didn't occur to me before, but it's brilliant. It's like improv as a game mechanic, the yes and of combat. Role-playing games like D&D, Pathfinder, what have you, all pretty much rely on improv to tell a good story. A good game master will consider the core principles of improv. Yes and, yes but, no and. These principles build on an idea rather than dismissing it, helping players feel heard and making their vision part of the story. If you're not familiar with this concept, I recommend checking out one of these two videos. They explain it better than me. But why shouldn't these concepts be used in the mechanics of the game as well? Combat especially. Most parts of the game are a give and take. The player may want to do one thing, and regardless of whether they succeed or not, their actions should impact the narrative. But instead, a player is often left passively waiting for their turn, disengaged from the flow of the story and the game. A good game master wouldn't dictate how your character feels or force them to act. However, most systems break this rule when it comes to a player taking a hit. When it comes to combat, most players are supposed to wait their turn, take their beating, and move on. They have no choice in the matter of what happens to their character. This feels like a forced interaction that detracts from the collaborative storytelling spirit of role-playing games. So why shouldn't these improv concepts also be used in the mechanics of the game? So with all that in mind, let's bring it back to our slot-based inventory example. Say an enemy attacks a player. The players defend, but instead of having some binary options of yes, you get hit, or no, you don't get hit, why not give the player a mechanical option for something more interesting like, yes, you hit me, but I deflect the sword into my shoulder, narrowly missing my head. This brings the yes but sort of concept into the mechanics and makes the interaction more dynamic and engaging. This solution not only fixes boring turn-based waiting, but also makes the game feel better overall. For one, it helps players stay engaged at all times and be invested in the game. Second, it allows players to actually participate when it's not their turn. Third, it makes negative outcomes feel less bad because the player actually had a hand in the result. This one is especially important because I received sorry, I'm looking at some of the cards to kind of give myself a little bit of inspiration. Did my dishes in those 3 minutes. Good. I'm glad. Glad you got some stuff done. I did my dishes this morning, and it was time to be had. No, it was yeah, I'm so bad at doing dishes lately. But it's like it doesn't take that long. It's like if you just do it, it's really not bad. But achieving that is, or like actually getting it done is the struggle. I don't even know what I'm saying. The real struggle is in your heart the whole time, you know? The real struggle is the friends we made along the way. No, it's just the motivation to do it and being disciplined and all that fun stuff. If you can walk to the dishes to do, or if you walk to the dish, wait, if you can walk the dishes to the sink, you can put them in the dishwasher. True, 100%. Honestly, usually the problem happens when I have run my dishwasher and I haven't emptied it yet, and that's when it starts getting bad, because then I feel like I have to empty the dishwasher before I do put the dishes in the thing, and then I just end up putting them in the sink, and then it all goes downhill from there. I let them pile up because it's so much more enjoyable when you're done
doing a ton at once rather than just a bit at a time. You use something. Yeah, I guess. I don't know if I would even say more enjoyable, but maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't view it that way, but maybe that's actually how it is. I don't know. I am the dishwasher, so it doesn't work for me. Fair enough. I wonder if I'm making this card too dark, but at the same time, maybe not. I mean, we're about to add a bunch of light to it. Oh, that one is literally hidden by the crystal. I was like, yeah, there'll be a tree back here, and there's a guy, and whatever. He's literally not even visible. It's fine. Like, this guy's too small now. I think I might just get rid of him. I'm just gonna get rid of him. I don't want that anymore. Merge layers. Merge layers. Get rid of this guy. He's kind of distracting to me. This guy kind of needs... Doesn't he need more central? Probably, yeah. I think the way I'm gonna do that is literally move everything. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I lied. This is gonna be annoying. Shaking my head, as the kids say. Like there, maybe? SMH my head. I don't know why they haven't made it so you can select a group and move an entire group. Like select 3 layers in a group and then move that group. I don't know why that's not a thing yet. Unless I'm crazy and somehow there is a way to do that. But I think usually it just doesn't let you, right? Select by layer, then control click the layers. Yeah, but no, but that selects everything in the layer though. Like, I just want all these layers selected within the selection. Am I wrong? Or is that like a selection tool option? You want to move contents from several layers, correct? No, the problem is I have too many layers for everything. Too bad, yeah. Flatten layers, yep. Probably the solution is smart objects, right? Rather than flatten, because then you can still edit them. It's fine. I fixed it, but... Okay, I think the biggest, like, glaring thing right now is that these little caps aren't shaded. Ugh. Sorry. My tummy was not happy there for a second. My tum. Well, I guess these are probably going to be light sources, so I don't know how much it makes sense to shade them. Maybe instead we'll just start with giving them a glow. The glow does look better behind the line art. Yeah, it kind of does for some reason. Although then... Nah, trust the process. It'll be fine. It's because it needs to be an add layer, okay. Shadow Sea Christ. Yeah. Yeah, what Tuna said. Isn't it? I don't know. Almost giant maw was bothering me for some reason. I think I just need to keep shading. Who's texting me? What fiendery is this? It's my group chat. Some good people are streaming though. That'll be fun to maybe raid some of them. Some if maybe one of them. We'll see. Hannah is streaming. I haven't seen her stream in a while. Hannah Picks, if y'all don't remember or don't know of her. She's like cool pixel art stuff. I guess the shading should probably be on the opposite side of the tree. I remember every single person I've met or ever heard of. Ah, good. I'm glad. You know what? I almost wonder if this is the situation where we do one of these. Of course, I can't see anything now. Hold the line. I think it's gonna be too dark. It's gonna be way too dark. Yeah, never mind. Boogie. Well, there's a ball of fluff on the ground. Hello, ball of fluff. No, don't run away from me. No, come here. Come here. Come here. Fluff with legs, indeed. That's actually one of the most awkward experiences I've ever had, being greeted by someone who liked me had zero memory of. Oof. That is pretty rough. Felt bad too, yeah. Dang. Certainly would be awkward, for sure. For real, for real. Let's do 2 layers of this. We'll do one that's just like normal, I guess. Maybe soft light? I haven't done soft light in a while. Yeah, just to kind of get the general color on there. Also middle school, reunited with a girl who was obsessed with me in kindergarten and still was when we met at the time. So I bluntly told her I don't like you. I felt like a monster about that since the moment I said it. Oof. Ooh, yeah, that's rough. Do you not like her or did you dislike her? That is a good question. Or was it all a farce to begin with? Just kidding. I think it actually says something a lot more mean and blunt. Oh no. But I don't remember exactly. Standing desk. You know what? Good call. You can tell Toot isn't trying to save money anymore. I'm just kidding. Good call. I'd rather take care of my buddy than save some coins. I like your flower next to your name. What's the flower for? Oh, it's like when you like... What is it again? Like you get the little seed and the flower and whatever. Is it for a stream streak or is it something different? I can't remember. Weekly streak reward, right? Your health is priceless. Tutu, I'm saving my coins. That's hilarious. Yeah, there's so much red 40 in this this drink. I can taste it. Got some Kool-Aid. I don't know, there's my my old roommate that you know left some like things and I was like, you know what, I should finally drink these because it's just powdered whatever. Our sweet yeah, indeed, yeah, that. I'm liking how this lighting's turning out. I'm not sure how I feel about the thing as a whole, but with huge fonts, uncles. Nope, not that roommate. What a video. A hongla, honglas. Dude, you remember that? The video? Of course. Thought it was the only one. Nah, dude. Nah, dog. Alright, we need shadows on the ground. Oh, there's so many light sources, it's hard to tell where the shadows would even be. I'm watching you. And then the new exchange student came with me. It's so freaking funny. I might actually need to use just like pure black to shade. Pretty gotta watch that, that's fair. I need to actually learn to do like more hard shading than just soft shading. That's another thing I need to learn. Let's have this be over the light, I guess. Share is funny. It's a very funny video. It's literally just a guide saying things, but for research. Yes, indeed, for research purposes. It's not actually inappropriate. I mean, verbally it's inappropriate, but it's not. It's not visually, I don't think. I don't really remember. I just remember how it sounds. It's a guy, even better. It's just a voice. It's just a guy. I've got a plot for a new anime. or something like that. I can't remember the whole thing, but what are we feeling about this? Feeling decent. The lighting maybe leaves something to be desired. I don't know, but not the lighting, but like just like the whole. I think I need to do like trees in the background. I think my shading is a little bit probably could have done better, but I think I'm getting close to being like it's good enough. I think in the background, like on maybe this layer, like between these two, we can do like maybe like this color, and we can just draw some trees. You know what's creepy? So I mentioned the smartphone isekai last stream. Yeah, it was like all of a sudden started showing up because for some reason that's how the internet works, where you just mention something and it starts showing up. I started rewatching My Hero after we talked about it. I was like, you know what? I need to watch something, and I don't know what I want to watch, so I'm just gonna rewatch My Hero because it's so freaking good. My Hero. There's a Hongla. I can't even say it. It's so funny. Tuna wanted you to share for research purposes. New anime plot. I've only thought about it and it got recommended video today. Haven't seen anything mentioning or anything relating to it in years, and mentioning on stream was all I did. It's crazy. Yes, of course, my dude. May I paste? You may paste. Paste away. Oops, wrong leg. Donkelas. Oh, I guess that's the problem. Trees. The trees. The trees have learned violence. The bottoms of them. If the shading is that dark, it needs to also be that dark. I don't know if this is my best work ever, but I think it's good enough. I think we're close to the end with this one. I think that honestly might be it. It's very dark and kind of just... Hello? Z button? My Z key stop working? Hello? No? New anime plot. I think that's it. I think that's done. That's good. I need to watch this after stream.
Anime plot. Big.
New anime plot. Oh god, what have I done? I broke everything. All right, I think that's it. I give it 35 out of 37 stickers. Oh, so nice. I think that's it. We're moving on. It's good enough. It's kind of... Yeah, no, I like it. It's good. The other two are for the balloons. Can't read. Bong Hong Long Honkel Balloongus. How does one even pronounce that in a normal fashion? Anyway, done. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to talk more about what other ones we want to make, or do we want? I guess I think we can call them caplings. What do we think? What Toot said, to put it simply. Yes, of course. I think, yeah, we probably just call these minions and call it a day. If the Scarecrow already started, we do. Although I'm not sure how much I'm gonna keep of what I had. We'll see. Just close out of this. Go to card art, player card. No. Old God cards. Yeah, monsters and minions. Actually, export I did. Caplings. Does kind of sound like the last name Kaplan, but probably need to organize this, but for now, what? Caplings. I said what I said, Google Docs. Caplings. They are oh my god. I'm just writing it down. I don't know if I implement them right away or if what I do, but I have a reference that might inspire you. Sea Moon. I see. He's a guy with abs. This is a JoJo character. Yeah, for sure. Never mind. It looks like a JoJo character. Everybody has abs. Soon I will be a JoJo character because I will have abs. Okay, this is basically a Merkling, except it's not. No, go away. has a really ghoulish face, doesn't it? Yeah, for sure. 7 blessings, thank you. When the stack reaches 3 or more minions, they prioritize land first. Bless you. Bless me. Bless my holy soul. We are gonna need to look over every single card that has the word minion in it and reword whether it has a stack or not a stack, because I think that's confusing right now. But we had talked about that at one point, but that will be something we need to do. Mushrooms, done. Okay, yes, we have the Scarecrow started. I've got about 45 minutes left of time to stream. So yeah, I guess we could get more done on the Scarecrow, or we could plan out what's next. I do need to, so I'm finally actually having, in theory, I don't, doing that in-person playtest, because last one I kind of ended up missing, which was kind of sad, but I just realized it was the wrong week. So I do have to actually gather stuff together for that. Technically, I have everything I need, like, but it might be good to get more stuff that's like I would want. Yui, hello, hail, and well met. Welcome in. How you doing today? But yeah, we so that is something that we need to consider. Oops. It's on Thursday, so I do need to get everything together for that. So yeah, we did start the Scarecrow. I'm trying to decide if I like the current whatever. Sorry. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I blacked out. Where am I? I guess we could work on the Scarecrow. I'm trying to decide if I like it currently, though. My reference for Earth Eater is Crocomire. I don't even know what that is. Oh, wait. Oh. Ah. I can see that. Yeah. From Metroids. Met of the Roids. I guess we'll just keep sketching. I don't know. Still unsure about this one. It's not coming like super naturally to me, unfortunately. Sucking the... Okay, I'm not gonna repeat what I said at the start. Yeah, please don't. He's playing Hades. And he can't stop himself. Remember when you said you were gonna be done with it? That was funny. That I am. Obsessed with Hades. It's a great game. But honestly, I've slowed down a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of... You can only get so far with it, I suppose, right? I mean, like, after a while, it... What's the joke with the scarecrow? It's like, how did he do on his job or whatever? He's like outstanding in his field or something. I can't remember the punch. I remember the punchline, but I don't remember the... I don't remember the rest of it. 2 runs per day because I gotten to the point where it's too difficult for me to make any progress. And yeah. I really want to play Hades. I feel like you'd like it, Yui. Thank you for not completing that sentence. Yes. System requirements are extremely low. What is Hades about? Screw you, Dad. I'm running away from home. Is what it's about. About Hades. I mean, it's kind of about Hades. Well, I guess it is kind of about Hades through the lens of his son. Sorry, I had to do it. True. It's a very heavily character-driven game with roguelike action gameplay. I'll never express a genuine interest in your hobbies again. You've scarred him. Scarred for life. I wonder if anyone will understand that reference. I feel like some of you might. I'm kind of in a new phase where I'm trying to not start a new game or show too many things going on, math course, spending, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that makes sense. Trust me, when August hits, I'll be playing everything. I'm putting aside August by Taylor Swift. 2 is a huge Swiftie. Mailby, huh? I have news. Is it Swiftie relatedness? I'm no longer a Swiftie. Gasp. Oh, that's soon then, but having other priorities is good sign of health. Have you given up? Do you hate Taylor Swift now? Have you done a 180? I don't think the spectral thing being the arms is the play. To be honest. I think we have like rips in here and then like they're coming out of the joints. You were a Swiftie? I never knew. I was abhorred by her private wedding shenanigans. I have no idea what happened, to be fair. Please ban him. Only Swifties allowed in here. Not if I ban me first. Dun dun dun. Oh god, that's so not helpful. Han. I can't, honestly, I literally can't even read that, Yui. My brain can't do it. Y'all want to hang out with my family and friends before moving back to the US and be why are there no spaces? And being so far, I think Yui's just trying to like create a language I can't read. What do you think? I like her songs like 15 years ago and cannot believe she's still so big. Good for her. Yeah. You're moving to the US by yourself? Yeah, she's going there for college, right? I am also happy with her music before 2018. Honestly, I just don't care. Like I never really cared about the celebrity stuff. If I like the music, I like the music. I don't really care about their drama and all their I separate. I do the old separate the artist from the art kind of deal. I'm not a don't really listen to her or know the drama. Fair. Wait. Oh, never mind. Okay. Third family is coming along. Hope he'll be able to stay in touch often. That is the nice part about the internet. The internet is good for that. How are we feeling about this? Do we like this? Is this good? Is this anything? We could try to do like a more refined sketch. I guess I just need to actually add the shadow creatures. Or the special creatures. I don't think that was it though. I think I do kind of actually like one just like holding the head. Like one hand coming out here. I also think I need to let me look at bones. Skeleton. Skeleton. Sally, no, I will be going to college and then coming back, but I finally get to meet my childhood friends again. I miss them. Nice, that's awesome. You can watch Beats at the same time he's streaming. Honestly, it's probably worse because I stream during the day when most people are like working or doing things. It's probably gonna be more difficult to watch me, to be honest. Your stream times works out for me most of the time. Yeah, but not everyone can watch me while they're working, you know? Like right now is different because it's the weekend, which is kind of why I like to have a weekend day, but arguably it's kind of worse for I'm behind. Oh god, I'm so far behind. Oh god, I'm very, very far behind. Thank god I have really good grades, so I was able to get a good scholarship. Good. What state are you going to be living in, UE? That's true. Only jobless bums and loyal toots can make it to every stream. You don't have to answer that. Pennsylvania. Loyal toot bums. What states do y'all live in? Big time difference for small. PA, I'm also in PA. I don't say, I feel like I probably could say. I live in the southeast of America. I live in the south, I tell you what. I don't know. I feel like it'd probably be okay to say what state I live in, but I just don't. So, but it narrows it down to like 3 or 4 states. East Coast in the South. Every time Pennsylvania is mentioned, I think of vampires, but for why? We got the same. Wait, no way. Western PA. Yes. Guess you're both gonna be suckers. It's a weird name to call a vampire. I probably could. I don't know. What's this hand doing? There's a hand coming out here. What's it doing? What's that hand do? There's 2 creatures hiding in this thing. What's the hand do, Yugi? Yeah. I would gladly be a vampire right now. Vampires are cool as shit. Depends on the vampire, but I agree. Vampires are pretty cool. Why do you think of vampires when you think of Pennsylvania? You doing gaming events, conventions? I'll definitely be there. I probably will go to. Isn't PAX Unplugged in PA? It is. I probably December 4th and the 6th. I should go. I definitely should go. I think I'm probably going to go to PAX Unplugged, which is in PA. The board game PAX. Werewolves are greater than vampires for me. I don't know. I don't know I don't know. I think they're also overdone. I'd prefer another creature to either of them, but pencil in my vein, yeah. That's fair. You're telling me every full moon I black out and get a free meal? Yeah, I guess so. Where's this hand going? Help. Actually, probably need to be done. Oh, no, I got half an hour left. And then I had to be done. I feel like there has to be a hand coming out here and like doing something. I was thinking about maybe it holding like a scythe. Or like a pitchfork, maybe, like holding up the tool that it's supposed to be holding. Oh, I was looking at PAX Unplugged last month. I will probably be there. Well, heck yeah. Fan meet and greet. Just kidding. That would be funny. A Beats meet and greet. Can all hang out at BeatsCon. Finally, the long-awaited fan meetup. Would you go to PAX Unplugged, Toot? Sup, Bean? What's going on, dude? How you living? I don't know what's happening. I blacked out. Oh, shit. It's Bean. Does it look like a scythe, or does it just... I guess we can do it like... It's the Bean. Boop, boop, doop. Is that a Shrek dancing emote? That's wild. I like how there's like there's a thing on 7TV where it's like an emote that it's just the entire Shrek movie in like as a GIF, but it's like half a second long. Right? All the streamers I watch are based in US or UK. Like, I have no chance to meet them unless they visit events in Dubai or Abu Dhabi. Sorry, I'm bad with words. But I think it maybe said that right. I don't know. Yeah, right. And that's like, I mean, I guess Dubai is like a big city, so people might do stuff there, but at the same time I feel like it's not like a place people usually like. I don't ever hear a streamer be like, yeah, I went to Dubai. I'm role-playing on Skyrim, can you believe it? Maybe. Yes. What's up, Bean? I guess you just said what was up, but good to have you here. I'm in ads. Yeah, ad time. BRB, y'all. Be back in 3 minutes-ish.
Waiting your turn sucks.
This is a good video.
I think it's time we all come to it. Like, how many times you've been sitting at a table playing a game and either finding yourself zoning out completely or anxiously hyper-focusing on what you're going to do the next turn when it finally rolls around, easily losing sight of the bigger picture. And this is the case whether you're playing a board game, tabletop role-playing game, or even a video game. Today I'm specifically focusing on tabletop role-playing games, but this applies pretty much across the board. Yes, that was a board game pun. No, I'm not sorry. Sorry, I'm not. Whatever. But what if I told you I devised a way of making your turns not just bearable, but actually fun? Now I'm gonna tell you about that. So, yeah. One of the things that helped inspire this idea was I was reading through comments on one of my previous videos. I had proposed a slot-based inventory system that ties health and the inventory system directly. As you get hurt, you lose access to those items. However, I didn't really have a good way of determining which slot actually got damaged. I had suggested random chance by rolling some dice, or maybe allowing the attacker to target specific slots. But a few comments suggested that instead, why not let the defender choose? And I don't know why this didn't occur to me before, but it's brilliant. It's like improv as a game mechanic, the yes and of combat. Role-playing games like D&D, Pathfinder, what have you, all pretty much rely on improv to tell a good story. A good game master will consider the core principles of improv. Yes and, yes but, no and. These principles build on an idea rather than dismissing it, helping players feel heard and making their vision part of the story. If you're not familiar with this concept, I recommend checking out one of these two videos. They explain it better than me. But why shouldn't these concepts be used in the mechanics of the game as well? Combat especially. Most parts of the game are a give and take. The player may want to do one thing, and regardless of whether they succeed or not, their actions should impact the narrative. But instead, a player is often left passively waiting for their turn, disengaged from the flow of the story and the game. A good game master wouldn't dictate how your character feels or force them to act. However, most systems break this rule when it comes to a player taking a hit. When it comes to combat, most players are supposed to wait their turn, take their beating, and move on. They have no choice in the matter of what happens to their character. This feels like a forced interaction that detracts from the collaborative storytelling spirit of role-playing games. So why shouldn't these improv concepts also be used in the mechanics of the game? So with all that in mind, let's bring it back to our slot-based inventory example. Say an enemy attacks a player. The players defend, but instead of having some binary options of yes, you get hit, or no, you don't get hit, why not give the player a mechanical option for something more interesting like, yes, you hit me, but I deflect the sword into my shoulder, narrowly missing my head. This brings the yes but sort of concept into the mechanics and makes the interaction more dynamic and engaging. This solution not only fixes boring turn-based waiting, but also makes the game feel better overall. For one, it helps players stay engaged at all times and be invested in the game. Second, it allows players to actually participate when it's not their turn. Third, it makes negative outcomes feel less bad because the player actually had a hand in the result. This one is especially important because I received a lot of comments about punishing systems not feeling good because players feel bad losing things. And lastly, it helps the narrative by making combat explanations more organic and immersive. This is
Make
cool
sure you
and
send
all,
him your
but
best
right now
Crunch
it's
video.
all just talk. So let me show you how I'm actually going to implement.
Speaking of Bean, thank you so much for the sub to Yui. Do it and you die. Bean, thank you so much for giving me the sub. Also, everyone send him a video of you crunching. As thanks for that. Thank you so much, Bean. You truly are a legend, as Toot said. Yeah, 28 gifted subs to the channel. I very, very much appreciate it. Y'all are too nice to me. How do arms work? Like, I'm just trying to get away with not drawing hands by drawing them weird and creepy looking. I guess I kind of got to be like wrapped around a little more, like. What do we think, Tuna? This is kind of what we were envisioning. In theory, I should only... Actually, let me text my brother real quick. Push-ups, sit-ups. I think I'm actually done standing, right? Yeah, I've been standing for 15 minutes longer than I'm supposed to. So we'll go down, do some push-ups. Push-ups? No, sit-ups at this point. You know, I've been tempted to add a redeem that increases the maximum number of sit-ups or push-ups I do every time. I thought that would be interesting, but like it'd have to be a lot, right? So it's like every time you do it, increases the count by like 1 or 2 for each. I don't know. But 2 would be very broke then. Why the hell would you give us that power? I mean, I haven't done it yet, right? Didn't hear from my brothers in days, and now they called. I'm so happy. Aw. Well, I'm happy that you're happy. I almost feel like, no, it's good to hear from family. I almost feel like his collar needs to be, like, accommodate another set of eyes. And so we can just make the collar a little bit. Also wondering if a button shirt really makes sense in a medieval setting, but my youngest brother still accidentally calls me dad. Aw. Oh man, that's too cute. Yeah, that would kill me. In a good way, you know. That for sure would definitely make a man cry, for sure. I feel like we need something to balance it out here, like on this side, but I don't know. You could probably... Actually, yeah, doesn't making, if I create this as a, if I do this as a smart object, can I actually move this? I can. What does that do to inside the smart object though? Does that keep it the same or does that change it? No, stop it. Go inside the smart object. It leaves it as is. That's kind of crazy. Twisting. Okay, well, I do need to use smart objects more though. They are a good way to not be destructive with... I kind of want the leading line to point more toward the face. So we'll do that. I think the idea is like the scythe isn't really so much something that it's like the scarecrow was holding the scythe before, and then it, like when this creature occupied it, it fell off and they're trying to like cover their tracks again. That's kind of more the idea I was thinking. Looks at chat, not a smart object in sight. Hey, you be nice. You be nice to chat. You're a smart object. It's true. I don't know if it's true because Bean's a scientist, so he must be a smart object. Honestly, I'm just gonna merge these layers though at this point. Is anything like you were picturing, Tuna? I'm trying to decide if this is what I was picturing. Don't objectify our resin genius. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm not smart at all. It's a front. This store has no cashier, if you know what I mean. Bean, I bet you're smart. I'm willing to bet. We could do one more arm like coming out the bottom, but I just feel like that might look weird. And it has like no motivation. Like this one's kind of like propping itself up. This one's putting the hat back on. This one's picking the scythe back up. No, but I think it's good. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I kind of feel like there should be some sort of like leading lines this way, but maybe I can just do that with like a plant. It's cool though, at least, right? I guess that's what I'm asking from everyone. Everyone validate me, please. Help. Please validate me. I need it. Toot and Beats, if you go to PAX Unplugged, will you cosplay? I probably wouldn't because I mostly would be going for like business reasons, right? Like I'd probably try to bring my game and like obviously I'd go for fun, but like I'd probably try to bring my game and like see if anyone wants to play with me. It probably wouldn't like have a table or anything, but I'm pretty sure they have like places you can just play games, right? So that would probably be why I would go. If I did a cosplay, it'd probably be like a light thing, like something like kind of casual, but I haven't really cosplayed all that many times. I've done it like 4 times maybe, and honestly I think I only have like 2 or 3 costumes. I'm not sure about the face yet though. I guess we'll see. Yeah, it kind of needs to be a little more detailed. I might maybe trying to decide if I want to do a more detailed sketch or if I should just go for it. They should dress up as each other. Yes, I would cosplay as Natalby. Heck yeah. Do you want to cosplay as me and I'll cosplay as you? That'd be so funny. Want to get more into Die Hard cosplaying. Cosplaying is so cool. Well, if you have any questions about like casting and molding or armor crafting or any stuff like that, I do have a bunch of knowledge on that. Ball cap khakis and a muscle fit shirt. Okay, well now you're the first 2 you had, but I feel like Thor being worthy enough. I feel like Thor being worthy enough to be Bean. You just have to get really good at drawing. You subscribe my what am I looking for section on Grindr. I need to see this. That's so funny. That's funny. I need to actually finish updating my website with my props. It's not like something that really matters for me to do, but I feel like, to be honest, I would also be looking for that. Fair. Actually, the one thing you'd have to do though too is you'd have to shave your head to cosplay me, or wear a bald cap. I kind of feel like I don't need to do a... Nah, and then we'll do a refinement sketch. Why not? We don't have like a ton of time, so I may as well do that instead of focusing on everything else. Except you have a wife. Or my wife would divorce me, yeah. She's making me grow my hair out. I said I would. Oh, okay. Okay. It's funny because before I was bald, there is me in a bald cap somewhere in a picture. Because I did it for film school. We had like a makeup course, which was kind of cool. Your fancy words don't help you here. True. Any words, honestly, don't help you here. I can't hear them. You can't hear your human words. I don't know. Let's just do red liner. See how it goes. So we'll have a hand. Nah, let's just do it. Just go for it. Yellow swag, right? I guess the spectral hands will be on a separate layer though, because they are all spectral. See-through. Every time I shower, I clock the drain with hair, and I still don't know whether I've got too much hair or I'm slowly balding. I feel like that's like the test though, is like if you like shower or go in a pool and look at your hair while wet, and if you see that your hair is really thin, that is how you know whether you're balding or not. Because like if you go into a pool while you're balding and you're like you have your hair combed over or something trying to look like you're not balding, and then once your hair is wet you can see just how thin it is, it's like, oh okay, it's over. Scribbles and notepad. Tuna has long hair. Okay. Actually, I really want to get the noted emote. Do I have that one as one of the ones? I think it's a good one. I don't think I do. 7TV noted. This one. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm actually not signed in. Continue with Twitch. Add to Beats Creations. Confirm changes. I can only have 1,000 emotes, so. Maybe I'll have to make my own noted emote. That'd be good. I do like it. In theory, it should work now. I'd also be looking for dudes who look good in glasses and are good at math. Actually, no, I have short hair, medium now, but I still clog it. Keep your wood to yourself. Wait, world? I don't know. Take that as you will. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Just hair falling out isn't the all do. Dude, my dyslexia has been so much worse lately, and I don't know why. Okay, we're just gonna stare out the window for a second and just reset. Hair falling out isn't always the all do say all also end all be all. Is that what you're saying? Is this just not okay? Thick hair sucks. I don't know what people say. Okay, laughing. It's way easier to deal with medium to thin hair or no hair. Yes, no hair. I agree. You just shave your head. Do you have thick keratin or a small plug hole? It always gets tangled up. Hurts to comb it. I see. Don't know what either of those mean. I prefer all. Wait. I prefer all do say all beats. Is that a thing? I've never heard anyone say that before. Actually, does this work now? I'm curious if actually adding that emote works. Oh, it does. There you go. Noted. Oh, it doesn't show up on screen. I forgot that it takes like a minute. Like I have to reset it for it to work. Whale facts. Maybe that will be one of the emotes. I do like that one. Use different products for thin hair. Gray whales have mottled gray, a mottled gray appearance because the patches of barnacles of whale lice that hitchhike on the skin. Interesting. Little parasitic relationship there. This hand's too big. My spoon is too big. My spoon is too big. Anybody? Beats, I love your motorbike noises. I don't know. I don't even know what I don't even know what I did. You guys are smart, so tell me why my fingertips are peeling off. All right, I'm gonna stream a little bit longer because my brother is held up for a little bit. So, I love when people say interesting. Did I say interesting? I do say it a good amount. Interesting. Dry skin, fingerprints, Moisturize. I'm wet AF. Water actually doesn't moisturize you, correct? Like, getting water in your hands actually is bad for your hands, correct? Am I wrong? Like, actually, like, you can't just, like, moisturize your hands by pouring water on your hands. Don't take that out of context. Yeah, I'm not... Did I say that out loud? I shouldn't have if I did. And if you have your hands underwater... I just needed to read it forward, didn't I? All the time, do that less. Okay, yes, exactly. Peels off every time I come in contact with water. Oh. Are you... Excuse me? Are you allergic to water? It's good if you lock in with moisturizer. Yes. Well, that happens to me a lot. Your skin sometimes needs to peel off to renew as long as you haven't burned them off with chemicals, but they come back. Yeah. If it evaporates, it takes water with it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to cover up your crimes like you haven't been sat there sanding them off ready for the great heist. True. Sounds like snake behavior. Yes. Okay. I kind of wanted to look at... I needed some references again. Hold on. Scarecrow. I'm kind of trying to figure out how I depict like the hay coming out of the you know, the stuffing part of the stuff. I'm hungry. Maybe my fingers are snakes. That's wild. Literally, don't rely on fingerprints. Oh God. Okay, hold on. Nope. I can't do it, Yui. I tried. Snake fingers. You're like, I got deuce of hands. I was about to say something along those lines. Deuce. Sorry, I'm typing my space bar is barely working. No, you're good. My middle mouse click is breaking, and that's getting frustrating for me. I need to get a new mouse. I knew it wasn't gonna last. It's like a crappy, like cheap mouse, but but middle mouse button is used too much in games for it to be dead. It's kind of annoying. Sorry, I stopped talking and then just continued the conversation in my brain and then just didn't articulate it out loud. Oh god. Let me write it out for you, Beats. Literally don't rely on fingerprints because of my skin conditions. Sometimes in airports or when taking specific exams, they just let me enter with ID. There you go. I don't think I've ever been fingerprinted. Ever. I should get a translator bot. Just autocorrects people's language. I guess Google's already trying to do, or not Google. Well, I guess it is Google. YouTube is trying to do that already. On the YouTube side. I feel like it needs like a little... fold lines. I don't know if that really looks good though, or if I'm even doing it right. Maybe a patch. Oh wait, no, he's gonna have his hand over it anyway. I'll throw a few patches on there. Here in the Middle East, or at least in Saudi, they scan, sorry, my brain stopped working again. They scan all your fingerprints. Interesting. No problem. That's what I do as the secretary, although I just threatened to replace me with a bot after seeing my great performance. True. I forbid this. That's why I burned off mine and pasted another person's prints so I can frame them for all my crimes. True. Hey, don't be shy. Drop his full name and where you work. We will do the rest for you. Just know you will not be safe. Flip Yui. Flip. There's no 4 apparently. Unflip. Oop. Oh, I guess it just doesn't do the numbers. Yeah, or I don't know, whatever. This is actually sorry, it's such a funny command. It's actually, is she a horse named Buttercup? What? Now I'm lost. Let's be honest. When am I not lost in this chat? I'm constantly lost around y'all. Oh, Cutie Patootie, never hurdle horsey. Got her horseshoe prints on every finger. It's wild. Has anyone ever heard from Ed recently? I missed that guy. He's in and out. I guess it's been a little bit since we've seen him. Has been a minute though. Sometimes he like disappears for a bit. He did for a while there. I think he tries to not be on the internet sometimes. Like, how dare he, you know? And the thunder, lightning and the thunder. If any of you are dealing with issue with a wicked boss, send full name. Beats a flip. Ouch. What if I just like, what if my chair just like threw me backwards? My DMs are open for those things, and discussing about any I'm assuming that's anime and indie shows. That is strong indeed. He's got stuff going on last I heard, but always great to see him. Yeah, he also I think was he's like tearing down a barn, and actually that was maybe a while ago, but I don't know if he finished that. I would assume that's a lot of work. Guys, I honestly must admit something. I have started watching a Twitch for a few hours and a few times a week, not every day for many hours. Yay! Good to hear. Are you an assassin? No, I'll ruin their digital footprint even worse, or to ensure they need to live with it forever. Sorry, I tried. Good enough. It wasn't quite right, but I tried. What if we do like more like a old toggle kind of button, you know? I need to get better at spelling. I don't even think it's spelling. I think it's because like I can read a word that's misspelled. It's more the lack of spaces in all caps. All caps is hard for me to read. Which is actually kind of surprising. You'd think all caps would be easier to read for being dyslexic. But I guess all letters kind of look more similar when they're in caps. Because the way like the dyslexic brain works is it flips stuff around in your brain. So it's like your brain thinks kind of in 3 dimensions. And and it flips it in your head. So like that's why like letters like D's and B's are very troublesome for dyslexic people, because they your brain is like imagining it in 3D and flipping it. I think with capital letters, because they all look kind of the same, because they're all basically a square, more or less, it's, I think, a little more difficult to read. I don't know. I don't know. I should do some research on that. I'm kind of curious why that is, because you'd think that capital letters would be easier to read. Because, but I guess they're kind of less distinct than lowercase letters. Me go back to 2 lower caps. Me go back. Mwahaha. Yes. A torturer. Would you describe reading as lining up familiar objects in your head and naming them out in order? That's what it sounds like when you're describing it. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. So like, because I don't really, most of the time I see a word, don't actually look at each individual letter and just assume what it is. And so like I'm reading words as an individual object. So I guess it all in caps makes it less familiar to me. So I actually have to go through and look at each individual letter. So that's actually a good point. That's probably what it is. Yeah, that's actually a great way of putting it, Tuna. Good call. Let me decide if the... No, probably not. Sorry, don't mind me. Let me check my phone. See if my brother said anything. He has not responded yet, so he probably has not left yet. Oh, that's very interesting. Actually, you said interesting. That's. I think that makes. That's actually I think that makes perfect sense. I haven't like tried to like verbalize it or understand it before. But yeah, I think the more. Because, yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of time... I'll fight you. That does make sense, because I do... That's why, like, I'll see a word, and you guys are like, how do you get that word? And it's like, I just assumed what it was. I didn't actually read the word. And we've talked about that before. So... I guess, yeah, if it looks different, then I just can't assume that it's a specific word anymore. Good call, Tuna. Toot. Timeout, Toot. Wonder if color coding words would be helpful for dyslexic people. 100%. I think, honestly, yeah. Interesting is the word y'all are looking for. Yes, interesting. Yes. Very interesting. Quite. Yes, that does make perfect sense. Literally no, I can't do it. It literally hurts my brain to read that. You know, apparently dyslexic people use 5 times more brain power doing reading activities than normal people. Half of this is probably like under... No, it isn't. Okay. Well, kind of. cannot time myself out. I tried. Yeah, I think if you get timed out as a mod, you lose your mod status. You misgrant. Yes, indeed. Interesting. Yes. It's something you can vibe code for words to get color coded on your chat display. That would be interesting. I don't really know exactly, like, I don't know. I've never really tried doing that, but I do color code stuff. Like color coding is huge for me. Like when I do a lot of my just like planning and stuff like that. But I don't know how I would use it in regular language. I think it probably would be helpful, but I also don't know like how I would do it. I think eventually it would just get confusing because there's not enough colors, or like I don't know how you would how that would even work. It's a cool idea though. But that kind of, honestly, that would be a good thing to use vibe coding for though, is like some tools that could help me read or do stuff on stream. Granted, one of the probably easiest things to do would be just make it so every chat is read out, but I really don't want to do that. I think I actually can turn on a thing where it'd be cool to have an option where if I click on a chat, it just reads it for me. Because I think I can turn on text to speech and just auto does it whenever you guys say something. Let's just try it for a second. I think it's like Microsoft Sam though, so it's like, you know, I can't do it right now. I was about to do the Microsoft Sam voice, but it's best if you like talk backwards. You know what I mean? Not backwards, but like inhaling while you're talking. I am Microsoft Sam. It's so hard to say.
Piano says.
Yep.
I'd probably do it so words that are similar to some others get colored in a specific way so you don't confuse them with the alternative.
True. But yeah, if I had text to speech on like that, I think I would have to have it just in my ear because I feel like you guys probably can hear that. I'm gonna leave it on for a second just out of curiosity's sake, but yeah, but I don't know if like, then I have to like basically make my own language, right? A color-coded language.
Tune Piano says, not all words get unique colors because the shapes are already different.
Yeah. Tuni Piano says. Can you guys hear that? I assume you can. It's probably loud enough on my speakers. I guess I can turn it down.
Tune Piano says, that's why I'm wondering about vibe coding it.
Yeah. I also like reading off the chat, to be honest, because I feel like then you know I've acknowledged your message instead of me just going like, yeah, right? I don't know. I'm trying it for a second just to see how it goes.
Says, I can hear it, and now if someone walks in, they might think you're blind or something.
I turned it down, but you probably could still hear it. That would make it a lot easier, honestly, for me, though. It probably takes so much less brain power for me to do a stream. Blind artist, indeed. Oh, yeah. See, I wanted this to be like a falling off patch, but it kind of just doesn't quite look right. Maybe we could just make it a tear. And have the eye on the inside. I could make the patch like falling off like this. But I think it's just too much extra detail. Worth a try, but I can't be the first person to have thought of this. I'll look into it. Yeah, honestly, it might just be worth... It might just... honestly, at that point, I feel like it just makes sense to just... Like, if I'm going through that sort of effort, because then I'd have to learn which color is what, right? It'd probably be a lot easier to just... to just do text to speech. Put an earbud in my ear and like whatever, you know, just have it read to me. Or because I think it'd be annoying if for every message y'all send it did a text to speech right away, right? I could also potentially, one of the ideas I have thought of was doing a queue system. So I think Pirate Software does this, but he does it with like donation stuff. I would just do it with basic messages where it puts all your messages into a queue, and then I hit a button and it plays the next message in the queue. Like, that could be a way to do it. How are we liking the Scarecrow? I think he's looking good. Guys, I'm back. Welcome back. Thought you were just lurking, to be honest. I was like, oh. We're just talking more about dyslexia. I was trying to figure out if I do text-to-speech stuff and... Oh, it could be interesting to do like a color-coded thing, but I just don't know how that works, or how that would work. I think the problem is I would have to literally learn a color-coding language for myself to understand what the color coding means. Scarecrow is thick. That's your fault, really. Think you could do it on the fly? Like learn the language, or you'd... It is, yes. The problem is I also don't know what words get confused with others. Honestly, you did get to see the caplings? That's a good question. Did you? Did you? Would I? Would you? Would I? Would you? Would I? Would you? Would I? Would you? Sorry. The mushroom peoples? Yeah, they're, oh, wait. No, there's little guys. Because the kind of color coding I'm thinking about, I think you'd figure out through just looking at each word once or twice. I did not see the final result. I was there at the beginning of the stream. Love it. Thank you. Yeah, I think they're fun little guys. I still have yet to hear from my brother whether oh, he's packing now. Hi, get done. They're pretty foul, Club. Tuna. You're only saying that because I was being whatever about it. Anyway, Scalquo. We're gonna have to be done pretty soon. Maybe I'll quickly finish the I'm gonna work through this ad. You're making the shaft of the joke. We did say we were gonna make one for each color of the boss, right? So one would be teal, which is our arcane or spell siphoner. We can make one pink. And one technically a pink, purple. How many bad guys do we have left? So wait, let's color code them for a second. So we have magenta, we have purple, we have teal, and we have blue. There's like a light blue. It's pretty similar to the purple. The teal is the spell siphoner. One will be white then? It's not really a white, it's more of like a really light purple. Zoom, enhance. So you got teal, you got the magenta, you got the purple, it's like a really light purple. And then this one's kind of a blue, light blue. The question is, do we even have enough cards to do each one of the colors? Should be the very light purple. Okay, I think I can agree with that one. Oh, are you playing with my keycap remover? Pocket then? Hold on. Get them break. Wait, quick. Is that a keycap remover, Kitten? It's very interesting. Guys, camera does not do well with lens flares, huh? Hi. Hello, beautiful. Oh my gosh, you're so fluffy. So fluffy and so cute. Hi, baby. Hey. Look at this face. You don't like the camera in your face, do you? You don't like it. You don't understand it. God, she's so fluffy. Can't even handle it. Okay, anyway. So one's gonna be the minion. I think the minion should be... I think the minion should be the light blue, because magenta, there's already like 3 magenta colored minions, so, and the purple is whatever. So yeah, the minion would be the blue. The purple is the scarecrow, and the magenta is do we have a creature that's supposed to go in the last slot? Scarecrow, and then one more slot. Yeah. Monster. Look at them. What are you doing? What the fluff, kitten? Magenta has to stand out from all the other creatures from the other deck. Yeah. Kitten, are you showing everyone your butt? We're not that kind of channel. Yeah, for sure. We'll have to figure it out, but can be a skeleton and magenta energy. Yeah, it'd be like one of the energy creatures for sure. I was almost picturing the Silk Flame Siren if we actually do that in that sort of look. Would be kind of cool. But she might be like too... I don't know. Like just like a skeletal magenta version of her. Would be kind of interesting. We also could look at a lot of the other things. Also, we have our burrower creature. No, that's a land killing one. That would be... That would have to be in this deck. The land killing one. Or not the land killing one. The land killing one's here, and then it would be this. Oh, wait, no. We have one more card after that. So I'm thinking this through for a second. We have this determined. This one's done, actually. So that's done. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I guess we have 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, yeah, if you include minions. 5. Okay, no, I actually added more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 5. What am I doing? I was counting too many. 5. So 5 more creatures. We have the Chaos Minion, Spectral Creature. This one is the blue, so it'll be blue. Scarecrow, cast deck, Spectral Creature. He will be purple. Earth Eater is that is null deck. Crocodile question mark? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, hold on. Wait, 5 more including the minion? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Then we have Magenta is just a monster. And the spell siphoner is already a thing. So we have 1 extra slot open for something. Yes? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this all out. Land killer. Scare Scourge. Scourge Crow. No. Crowmire, the last gobbler. The last gobbler. Straw ambushers. Why does this feel wrong? Scarecrow's another land killer. See, this is like a good spot where I like colors to identify things. This is nice. Like quick identification, just like looking at something. Chaos is kind of like a red color. Straw ambushers. Yeah, I don't know. All right, this one's gonna be a light purple, so we're going with light purple for now. I almost drew the thing wrong because I wasn't paying attention to the sketch. If my brother, for some reason, hasn't texted me and forgets to tell me he's on his way, and he shows up, then I am just going to end. I will just end stream, just so you're aware. I might be like, oh, he's here, bye. That may be the whole thing, just so y'all are aware. Good example, you just read me saying land last. You could have land be green automatically in chat. Well, a dark purple. Well, last is like a dark purple. and slowly add more words to each color. Yeah, I guess honestly you could just have an AI. Well, that might take credits. I don't know exactly how that works, but like have it color code. Yeah, it's a vibe code color filter your chat display because last land words are similar in shape. So, well, I think you could have words coded by what they like, what you would think they look like, right? So like land being green makes perfect sense. Or like money would be green, you know, like, or blood would be red, right? It's colored by association of the word. Now, I don't know exactly how that would work with like more abstract concepts. But it could just auto do that. So I don't have to like, all right, well, now I have to assign, like, because having to assign a color for every word would get pretty tedious. If I did it personally. But I guess if it did it, then that would be kind of different. I just think the colors would have to be low saturation because surely it's gonna be hard to read with high saturation on every colored word. Yeah. That's true. I could vibe. I mean, it would take like well, I wonder how easy it is to just connect to the chat API or even just read chat. I don't necessarily think it has to go through the API to work. These hands are so sick, by the way. Yeah, they're kind of weird, but like honestly, I drew them this way because I could draw more realistic hands. Partly don't want to, so that's part of the thing, right? So they're less detailed, but also it's partly because we're basing these off of Tebow's drawing, which the hands were very like claw-like, sort of tendrily looking things. So they're kind of based off of how Tebow drew his hands for his zombie guy. I mean, as long as it's glowing spirit creature, it fits. Yeah, it works for me. It's a creature. It's okay if the hands look bad. Or not bad, but like unrealistic. It's a nice part about creature design. Bet Tiba didn't expect to determine the entire theme of this deck. Can't wait to see his reaction. True. Although I guess the spectral arm was kind of my idea, but he was unsure about it, I think. I was like, I like that it's missing an arm, but he wanted both arms, which then just ended up being spectral. So I guess it's kind of like a mix between ideas there. That looks pretty cool, I would say. If I were someone to say things. Meow, 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 meow. Sorry, I keep checking my phone just to make sure I'm not, because I really wasn't even supposed to be streaming this long. What a bunch of goofy, bony bastards, Drew. Did I, let's see. Okay, so I actually did do this a little bit differently than I just did it now, but I can make it work. Gonna get the spectral arms looking good. They're a light source, which is, I always find it nice to get the light source figured out first. We'll do this as like a 50%. And this was like, oops. Like literally 3 kids in a trench coat, true. Also, there's something interesting that I'm noticing here. You only ever reveal one hand for these spectral creatures, so they could literally just be a skull with a single arm attached to it. Yeah, it could be interesting. I mean, to be honest, same with the spectral guy. He only actually has one arm as well. The spell guy. Should be cute for a minion. Yeah, that could actually be interesting. It's like one of them just not. Just a skull and an arm. Yeah. I mean, it would fit. It makes sense. Do I have the whole, like, crevasse there glowing? Or do I just leave it like that? I think I probably should have the whole, like, just at least around their face glowing. Yes, I called it a crevasse. Maybe we'll go back to that and just do that in lighting, though. Leave it because you can have the eyes glowing. Yeah, I figure I can just do it in the shading part. We should look better. I agree. We're doing the fun rendering part first. trying to think how I have to do this. Because in theory, the arms... I'm trying to think how I need to do this. I guess I just select, because the bone part of the arms technically shouldn't be on the same layer because it's a different blend mode. On our original drawing. This style of creature. The area is empty. Your area is empty. Got him. What do you do about it, Adobe? Good enough for... Well, there's a little bit there too. We do this as an add layer. Add might not be the play. It might just be a different... Oh wait, that was color dodge. Well, linear light? It's supposed to be a different color though, for sure. I'm just not sure add is the right one now. Add is the most glowy, but it's almost too glowy. Linear light, I think, is probably the most decent, but it's kind of... I think we'll just leave it as the separate layer of bones. Okay, I'm loving this more and more by the second. Those spectral creatures called wraithlings. I do like wraithlings for the minions, and their whole thing is a shell/vessel to finding a shell/vessel to reside in control. Yeah, I think I like that too. Which means some kind of terrifying things about this. Like this is probably a person, even though it looks too good of anatomy. Could be a person from the old world, technically. I'm wondering if I need to go with a slightly darker purple, even though... And then we do add on these. Wait. That looks better, I think. Maybe it's slightly the wrong color, though. I like hard light. Although, does that on? I definitely like that one better, but is it cooler as like a... screen? Like the darker bones, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I mean, maybe this one's just a bit different. Like we could do something like that. Okay, brother's leaving in 5 minutes, so I'm gonna be done in 5 minutes so I can pick up my house a little bit extra. I was trying to keep it consistent, you know? Let's leave it like this for now. We might come back and change it, though. Yeah, I do think it's too light. But that's honestly, part of that might just be... Let's do this. If I do this, what does this do? I like that a lot better. All right, have fun. Made great progress today. Yeah, for sure. I think this is yeah, we finished a drawing and a half. All right, here's the last thing I'm gonna do, and this is just for fun. I like this purple a lot better. This is, sorry, if this is normal, does that change it? Oh, it does. So it does. We'll merge that. I'm just gonna clean up my layers before I'm done. Merge layers, and then change this to add. Yeah, that's cool. That's much better. I add a tiny bit of glow just for the fun of it, because I want to. Maybe we do like the lighter glow, and then that way we can kind of get that sort of lighter look. Like the... no, probably not. That'll actually do. Sorry. The glow's too yummy. That's kind of sick looking. Oh, I'm just showing a view out my window because the kitten left. Yeah, that looks really cool. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep it darker because that definitely looks way cooler when it's like a darker color. Why is it not? Oh, because that's literally black. Imagine being a farmer noticing how thick your scarecrow is gone and those arms popping out of it. Yeah, it looks cooler without the, whoa, wowza. Honestly, I think we're gonna, like, probably the way to do it is make it the, like the, Abyssal Horde sort of purple here. Like, it'll be a very dark color. Maybe we'll give it a little bit of texture on, like, different things so you can tell the different parts apart, but... something along those lines as far as colors go. And now the boss makes perfect sense, and because it's all spectral, it's creating a one humongous vessel for all of them to control. Something like that, where you can still see it, and then once I do like darks and lights on it, it'll look perfect. And we'll probably do a little bit of tinting, like different things, different colors, to make it look like it's less silhouetted, but maybe that's even still too much, but I don't know. We'll get it good. It's honestly darker on, I think, OBS than it is on my screen, but either way. All right, I gotta be done. So we can have time to raid and time for me to maybe vacuum my house a little bit. So let's find someone to raid. Dude, are you gonna do it now, or should I wait for like, should I like about to be hitting the raid button and then you do it? Okay, well, Tuna did it, but what am I on? Sit-ups again? I think I might be on push-ups, but I want to do sit-ups, so I gotta get them abs. You keep asking for it, buddy. It was gonna happen. I just prefer it to be more convenient. I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's raid someone. There was 2 people who were on earlier that I was like, oh, that'd be fun to raid, but we'll see if they're even live. Oh, they're no longer live. That's kind of crazy. We had there was a comic artist I like who was live, and then Hannah was live, but then sorry, wait. Hannah or Hannah? I'm blanking. Well, now I don't know who to raid. Have you rated Carson Drew? I mean, I've rated him before, for sure. He's playing Resident Evil or something right now, though, right? I was trying to raid an artist. Ooh, this looks cool. A cool demon lady. A lot of people are doing art fight stuff. I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm gonna raid this. It's fine. Carson is an artist, I assume from his name. Why did you have him on your? I assume you followed him. He's cool. He's definitely a cool dude. I just he's gaming, and I thought it'd be more fun to raid someone who's actually arting right now. So we're gonna raid this person. I like their style. And cool, like, D&D looking character-esque person. So, let's do it. Yes, I follow him. I don't watch anyone, though. Yeah, no, he's cool. He's, like, one of the people I would watch if I watched more streaming stuff. I haven't been watching as much lately. It's too distracting. Anyway, we're gonna raid this person. and we'll see how it goes. But either way, shall see you all later. I'm gonna go hang out with my brother, and I will see you all. I think it should be Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. I think the only weird thing is Thursday. I'll probably stream at the same like Tuesday time, because I will be having my in-person playtest that day, so I probably won't want to be super like I won't want to be like stream tired before I do that. So I'll probably stream early and probably not for as long. But either way, I'm heading out. See you guys later. Have a great rest of your day. Farewell.